Hello everyone, my name is Simran and I am going to teach you mathematics. Students, in the last class we have already completed our chapter number 4, that is simple equations. So today we will be starting a new chapter of your syllabus, that is lines and angles. That is the 5th chapter, okay. So today we will be introducing your chapter 5, that is lines and angles. Okay students, so let's start about line. Firstly students, what is line segment? What do you mean by a line segment? Segment means a portion, and line, a portion of a line is called line segment. Okay students, so if we are talking about a line segment, the line segment is something that has fixed length. Okay, like if I am talking about this room, the room's length and breadth has the fixed length, right? So it is a line segment, right students? So line segment has fixed length. It has two endpoints, okay, like it is starting from this point and it is ending at this point, okay. So it has two fixed endpoints, okay students, and it can't be extended further because it has two fixed endpoints, okay students. So this is all about the line segment. Have a look here students. It has two endpoints, as you can see, this is P and this is Q. These are two endpoints of this line segment, right? And because there are two fixed points, that is why they can't be extended further, okay students. So it means they can't be extended further in any direction, okay, because in the both directions we have the fixed points, okay, fixed, like fixed endpoints, okay students. And now because it has two fixed endpoints, it has a fixed length, okay. So it has a fixed length. So basically it is the way to write the line segment, and line segment can be written as, what is this students? This is PQ, a line segment PQ. So it can be represented as PQ. And how can we represent this thing that it is a line segment? It is represented by this thing. You have to mention this thing, okay. It means that we have written the line segment PQ, okay students. Looking at the another part, that is all about line. What is a line students? Line is something that is complete, okay. It don't have any kind of endpoints, right students? And because it don't have any kind of endpoints, it can be extended in both the directions, okay. And student, as it can be extended in the both directions, it has no endpoints, okay students. So basically a line is a huge thing, okay. If I am talking about the railway tracks, it can be extended further, right, in both the directions. So it means that this is a sort of thing that is line all about, okay students. So line is something that don't have any kind of endpoint, okay. Because they don't have any kind of endpoint, so they can be extended in both the directions. And because students, they can be extended in the both directions, it means that they don't have any kind of fixed length, okay. So they don't have any fixed length as it has no endpoints, okay. And students, this is the way to write a line. This is a line AB, where this arrow indicates that it can be extended further. This can be extended in this direction and that direction only, okay students. And how can you write a line, okay students? This is a line AB, right? This is a line AB. So the way to write that AB is a line is write it like this, two arrows on both sides, okay, and it is showing that it can be extended in both the direction. So that is why it is called a line. And students, line segment is the segment of a line, that is the portion of a line, okay students. Looking at the next part, what is that? It is a ray. What do you mean by a ray students? Ray is something that has only and only one end point, okay, and because it has one end point, that it means that from the other direction it can be extended, okay students. So it has one fixed point, that is one end point, and it can be extended in only and only one direction, and that is why it has no fixed length, because it can be extended further, say in one direction, but it can be extended, right? So it has no fixed length, okay students. So all about ray, it has one end point. Second students, can be extended in only one direction, okay. The next thing, no fixed length. It has no fixed length. Looking at the picture, this is OP. O is a fixed point and it can be extended to the direction P, like whatever the P is, it can be extended from this direction. Okay, students, and the thing that we can write OP. How can we recognize that OP is a ray? By having the symbol it like this, doing it like this. Okay, so it is saying that it has one fixed point and it can be extended in the next thing. Okay, students, so in this way you can write a ray. Now students, have a look. Suppose I have to write AB as a line segment. I'll need to write it like this. Okay, suppose I'm writing AB as a line, I'll write it like this. And suppose if I want to write AB as a ray, I'll write it like okay, students, in this way you can clearly write line segment, line and a ray. This is a line segment, right? This is a line, students, and this is what? This is ray. Okay, students, this is a line segment, this is a line and this is a ray. Okay, now students will be talking about some angles. What are the angles, students? We'll be talking about the relative angles. Okay, students, firstly we'll be talking about the complementary angles. Okay, students, complementary angles are the angles, students, whose sum is equals to 90 degree. Okay, students, if I'm talking about a pair of angles whose sum is 90 degree, then these angles are complementary angles, students. So what are complementary angles? A pair of angles whose sum is equals to 90 degree. Okay, students, have a look. When you are talking about a complementary angles, when the sum of the measures of two angles is 90 degree, the angles are called complementary angles. Okay, students, when the measure of two angles is equals to, the sum of the measure of two angles is equals to 90 degree, then it means that those angles are called complementary angles. Okay, students, and the complementary angle sum is equals to 90 degree, and if the complement of one angle is the complement of another angle, then it means that the sum of two complement angle is equals to 90 degree. Okay, students, so firstly have a look. This is first and 2. Okay, look at 1 and 2 carefully and tell me whether the angles are complementary angles or not. Okay, are these two angles complementary? We'll be looking at that thing. Okay, the first angle is 30 degree. Okay, and the second angle is 60 degree, right? If first angle is 30 and second angle is 60, then their sum is equals to 30 plus 60, that is 90. So if the sum is equals to 90 degree, that means that these two angles are complementary angles. Okay, so are these two angles complementary? Yes, these two angles are complementary as their sum is equals to 90 degree. Okay, students, looking at these two, okay, that is third and fourth. The first angle is 35 degree and the second angle is 65 degree. Okay, now you have to tell, are these two angles complementary? First angle is, students, what is the third and fourth? This is 35 degree and this is 65 degree. Now students, tell me 35 degree plus 65 degree is equals to 100 degree. Clearly, students, the sum of these two angles is not equal to 90 degree, that is equal to 100 degree. That means that these two angles are not at all complementary angles. Okay, so are these two angles complementary? No, these two angles are not at all complementary angles. Okay, students, now students, looking at the another type of angle, that is equals to supplementary angles. What are supplementary angles, students? The angle whose measure is equals to 180 degree. The sum of two pairs of angles, okay, whose sum is equals to 180 degree is called supplementary angles. Okay, students, so supplementary angles, when the sum of the measures of two angles is 180 degree, then the angles are called supplementary angles. Okay, students, that means that these two angles that are forming the supplementary angles are supplement of each other. Okay, students, having a look at the first part, first angle is 60 degree, and the second angle is 120 degree. Check whether these two are supplementary angles or not. Okay, students. So first angle is 60 degree and second angle is 120 degree. So 60 degree plus 120 degree is equals to 180 degree. Okay, students. So this is 180 degree. It means that this is supplementary angle. Okay, students. So these are supplementary angles. These two angles are supplementary angles, and we can also say this thing that 60 degree is supplement of 180 degree. Okay, students. So if you have to check, right, what is the supplement of 120 degree, then you can easily find out the supplement of 120 degree. How? 180 degree minus 120 degree is equals to 60 degree. That is the supplement of this angle. Okay, students. Having a look at the another part, that is 68 degree and 112 degree. You have to check whether these two angles are supplementary angles or not. Okay, students. So that is second part, 68 degree plus 112 degree. So 68 degree plus 112 degree is equals to, students, 180 degree. So this is also the supplementary angles. Okay, students. So this is also supplementary angles. Supplementary angles. Okay, students. So now students will be talking about the different type of angles, that is the next type of angles, that is adjacent angles. What are adjacent angles, students? They are also called neighboring angles. Okay, how? This is vertex A and this is vertex B. So at both the vertices A and B, we find a pair of angles like this angle and this angle are placed next to each other. These two angles are called adjacent angles. Okay, students. So these angles are such that they have the qualities like, for example, students, this is angle 1 and this is angle 2. Okay, these two angles are next to each other. This is the first quality. Second, they have a common vertex. Obviously, students, have a look. This is O and this is the common vertex. Okay, students, and they have a common arm. This arm, like OC, is the common arm. Common vertex O, common arm OC. Have a look, common arm OC. Now students, the non-common arms, okay, the non-common arms are on either sides of the common arm. The non-common arms are OA and OB. These two non-common arms, that is OA and OB, are on the either side of the common arm. Okay, students. So this is the arrangement of the adjacent angles. Okay, students. Such pair of angles are called adjacent angles. Adjacent angles have the common vertex and the common arm, but they don't have any common interior point. Okay, students. So you have to keep this thing in your mind that adjacent angles are also called neighboring angles, and these are next to each other. Okay, and they have one common arm and one common vertex. Okay, students. Looking at the next type of angles, that is angles linear pair. What do you mean by the linear pair, students? Linear pair is basically the sum of two angles that is equals to 180 degree, and that angle should be like that. They should be adjacent. Okay, so linear pair has two such qualities like supplementary angles and adjacent angle. Okay, students. So have a look at the linear pair. A linear pair is a pair of adjacent angles whose non-common arms are opposite rays. Okay, students, they are kind of adjacent angles whose non-common arms, okay, like this. Suppose this is the common vertex, that is O, then non-common arm is like this non-common and this. They are like opposite to each other. Okay, for example, this is the common arm and this is the non-common arm. It's like that only. So students, a linear pair is a pair of angles, okay, whose non-common arms are two opposite rays. Okay, students, and these angles are adjacent angles and their sum is equals to 180 degree. Okay, students. So it's like that only. Like you can have a look, 1 and 2 is forming a linear pair. 1 and 2 is forming a linear pair because their sum is equals to the sum of angle 1 and angle 2 is equals to 180 degree. Okay, students. Above, observe that the opposite rays, which are the non-common sides of angle 1 and angle 2, form a line. Clearly you are seeing that these are forming a line. Okay. So, thus angle 1 and angle 2 sum amounts to 180 degree, because we know this thing that the straight angles measure. Okay, straight angle is the angle formed by a line, single line is 180 degree. That is why the sum is equals to 180 degree. Okay, students. So, the angles in the linear pair are supplementary. Okay. So, students, above observe that the opposite rays, which are the non-common sides of 1 and 2, form a line. Clearly it is forming a line. So, thus 1 and 2 amounts to 180 degree, and the angles in the linear pair are supplementary. Okay, students, looking at the another part, what is that? The angles we are talking about next is vertically opposite angles. Students, when you are intersecting two lines, okay, when two lines intersect like this is first line and this is the second line. Okay, when the two lines are intersecting, then the opposite angles formed are vertically opposite angles, and these are equal. Okay, students. So, if this angle and this angle is called vertically opposite angle, then these are equal. So, lines that intersect with each other, they form vertically opposite angle that are equal to each other. Okay, students. This one and this one is equal, and students, which is equal? This one and this one is equal. Okay, students. So, clearly you should note this thing into your mind that there are so many types of angles. Okay, we'll be solving the question based upon different type of angles. Okay, students, different properties also. Looking at the example that is based upon this concept is example 1. What is that, students? In figure, identify. This is the figure that is given to you. You have to identify first 5 pair of adjacent angles. Okay, you have to find 5 pairs of adjacent angles. Firstly, we will find that thing only. Adjacent angles are the neighboring angles, right? They are next to each other. Okay, students. So, basically, we will be starting from first. Students, have a look. The first angle, this is the first angle. This angle is next to this angle. They have a common arm and a common vertex. Okay, students. So, these two angles, for example, angle 1 and angle 2. These two angles are adjacent angle. Okay, students. How can we name these angles, students? Angle starting from this BOC. Okay, the common vertex should be in the common. Okay, so angle BOC and angle COE. This is the first pair. Okay, we have to find out the 5 pairs. Okay, so first pair. Now, students, this angle and this angle, these two angles, that is angle 2 and angle 3. This is also adjacent angles. How, students? Because they have O as the common vertex and OE as the common arm. Okay, students. So, the second pair is angle COE and angle EOA. Okay, students, angle COE and angle EOA. Okay, now the next type and the next pair is this angle 3 and this angle 4. They are neighboring and also they have vertex O as common and OA as common ray. Okay, students, now angle EOA and angle AOD. Okay, students, now the next pair, angle 4 and angle 5. Okay, as O is the common vertex and OD is the common arm. Okay, students. So, students, angle AOD and angle DOB. Okay, students. Now, students, this angle 5 and angle 1 are also the adjacent angles. Why? Because 0 is the common vertex and OB is the common arm. Okay, students. So, angle DOB and angle BOC. These are 5 pairs of adjacent angles. First pair, second pair, third pair, fourth pair and fifth pair. Okay, students. In this way, you can easily find out the questions, solve the questions. Okay, students. Now we'll be solving the second part, students. What is that? The second part, it is saying we have to find out 3 linear pairs. Okay, students, linear pair means something, the pair of angles that are forming the supplementary angles. The 2 angles should be supplementary. Okay, students, and also the non-common arms should form a line that should be the opposite to each other. Okay, so basically, students, have a look at this line. This line COD. In this line, students, this is the first angle and this is the second angle. Have a look. The angle 1 and angle 2 are forming linear pair. Okay, students, how? Because this is a straight line and on this straight line 2 adjacent angles are there. So that is why they are forming the linear pair. So students, the first pair or the first linear pair is COB plus angle DOB is equals to 180 degree. That is why it is forming a linear pair. So first pair is angle COB and angle DOB, right? This angle and this angle. Now have a look at the another angle, students. What is the another angle? This line AOB. Have a look. Line AOB, right? In this line AOB, this third angle and this second angle. The third angle and the second angle are forming the adjacent angle, and these are based upon a line. The 2 angles are based upon a line, adjacent angles, and they are supplementary. Okay, students, that is why angle 3 and angle 2 are forming the linear pairs. So the second angle, students, angle A or D and angle DOB. So this is the second pair. Now we have to find the third linear pair. Have a look, students, where are you finding the third linear pair? Now students, what is the third linear pair? We have talked about this line, we have talked about this line. Have a look, students, this is the line this. For example, students, if I am talking about line AOB, then students, this angle, if this is angle 4 and if this angle is angle 5, then students, this 5 and 4 are linear pair. Okay, students, I am just raising it up and showing it like, if I am talking about this line AOB, then students, this angle and this complete angle, that is angle 4 and angle 5, okay, these are forming adjacent angle and these angles are supplement, as these are based upon a single line, okay, straight line, then it is forming the linear pair. So students, the third pair is angle AOE and angle EOB. Okay, students. So this is the third linear pair. Okay, students. Now we'll be solving the third part, that is 2 pairs of vertically opposite angles. Okay, students, 2 pairs of vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are the angles that are based upon 2 intersecting lines and opposite angles. Okay, students, like that only. Have a look, students. This is line A, this is line B. Okay, COD line and AB line. Line CD and AB, this angle and this angle, angle 1 and angle 2. These are vertically opposite angles. Okay, students. So the first angle is angle COB and angle AOD. This is the first pair. The second pair, students, have a look at the next part. What is the next pair, students? The second pair of angles, students, from these 2 lines, like angle COA and angle BOD, like the third angle and the fourth angle. These 2 angles are also the vertically opposite angles. So the second pair is, students, angle COA and angle DOB. These are 2 pairs of vertically opposite angles. Okay, students. So in this way you can easily solve the question. So students, today we have practiced first example of this exercise. In the next class we will be doing the questions of exercise 5.1. Till then, students, do practice at your home. We'll be meeting in your next class. Have a nice day, all of you. Bye-bye.